Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a, soundtrack review. And this is for Bill and Ted Face the Music, the original motion picture soundtrack review that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this soundtrack and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I actually did review the beginning of the end track review for Weezer. If you want to go check that out, you can. Because I think I did a good job on it. The other tracks I didn't get to hear, but what did I think of these other tracks? They're actually not so bad. I think the only song that was fucking silly was That Which Binds Us Through Time, The Chemical, Physical, and Biological Nature of Love, and Exploration of the Meaning of Meaning, Part 1. And that's by Wild Stallions. And I'm just like, this is fucking silly. This is just when I heard it when I watched the movie, I was like, jaw dropping, like, what the fuck is this shit? But it's not shit, it's just silly. But I had to give it a passing rating because it's Bill and Ted after all. And Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. And I guess the soundtrack album. But they were in the Face the Music song or whatever in the soundtrack album. But the other songs, I enjoyed Lamb of God's The Death of Us on this soundtrack. And it was really good. I really liked it. Breaker by Fiddler was pretty awesome. So was Mastodon's Rufus Lives. That was pretty good. I enjoyed how the overall sound of the song was really resonating with me, and I really enjoyed it. Story of Our Lives, Cold War Kids. It's fine. I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5. The only song I might have an issue with is probably Big Red Balloon by Alex Wigdal. Or Alec Wigdal is what I meant to say. I said Alex by mistake. But no, not all these songs were disappointing. They were pretty good. The soundtrack as a whole is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's going to be on my best albums of 2020, unfortunately. I wish it was, but not every album's going to make the list. I already have a number. I got like 47 best albums so far right now. So almost 50. So I'm like, shit, I might have more than I thought I was going to have by the end of the year. I might have more than the list I had last year, because last year it was a total of 50 albums that were pretty damn good. But I like Weezer's track, The Beginning of the End, or called Beginning of the End, Wild Stallions edit. Weezer did a good job. I've really enjoy the song now. It's actually going to be on the Van Weezer album next year. Unfortunately, we gotta wait till May 7th of 2021 for the new Weezer album. I think that's what it's saying for the release date. And sorry about my yawning. I'm like really tired. I had to work in the hot sun most of the day and it just wiped me out. And I only got one more day to do for work, and then I am enjoying my weekend by watching the New Mutants, seeing how that turns out, and I hope it doesn't suck, because if I've been hearing that it's the worst X-Men movie ever, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, now you're just crushing my dreams of crushing my hope of it being a successful movie when it might not be. But I'll be definitely watching reviews for it before I do my review for it. Because I subscribe to certain YouTubers that do movie reviews and some music reviews too. But yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music, the original motion picture soundtrack, it's a good album. I thought the last song was just very horrendous, but the way it's sounding, it sounds really bad, but you gotta give Wild Stallions prop for that song, because it just, sorry about the notification ding from the phone. It was silly, where he goes, oh, or whatever. If you watch the Bill and Ted movie, you know that they play that song at the wedding thing, and you're like, what the fuck? If you watch the new Bill and Ted. If not, I won't spoil it for you, because that would be bad on my part, and I don't set out to make spoilers unless people have already watched it, which by now I think some people have watched it, but I wouldn't pay $24.99 to watch it. It's not cheap. So out of 10, I'm going to give the soundtrack for Bill and Ted Face the Music, the original motion picture soundtrack, 8 out of 10. It's good. It will be on my decent to good albums of 2020 for sure. There's going to be a lot of decent to good albums of 2020. I don't know how many. We're already up to 28 now. So it's going to be more than what it was last year. Last year I think there was only 20. But still, it's a bigger list than last year. There's been a lot of albums that came out this year. Even albums we weren't excited for, but still, they delivered with some albums. Certain artists have, and certain bands have too. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Bill and Ted Face the Music, the original motion picture soundtrack. If you've heard the soundtrack. And if you like this soundtrack review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I keep forgetting it's a soundtrack, not an album. So I'm almost said album after soundtrack. But yeah, I'm going to be coming at you for probably a track review, and then I'll have to do the rest of the track reviews tomorrow, which I'm really sorry that I can't come around to doing 2 track reviews tonight. I gotta get up early in the morning and then go to work, and it's gonna be another hot day. So it's been hot where I'm at, like extremely hot, and it's been wiping me out lately. That's why I haven't been making much videos this whole week until yesterday when I started the new album reviews. So far I did like 4 album reviews and a soundtrack review for the Bill and Ted motion picture soundtrack. So I hope you guys did enjoy this soundtrack review that I made for you guys, for the Bill and Ted Face the Music soundtrack. Definitely stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon in the next track review.